You're sitting in a doctor's office. Fluorescent lights overhead. That paper sheet on the chair. They hand you your blood results. You look down. Total cholesterol. 242. LDL. High. The doctor circles the number. Yeah, we need to bring this down. So you go home. You cut the fat. You avoid eggs. You try to do everything right. And at your next test, the numbers barely move. Or worse, they go up. And no one explains why. Because the truth is, that advice is based on research that's over 50 years old. And what you should have been told, you probably never were. What actually raises cholesterol? What those numbers really mean? And what genuinely helps lower them? Most people are never told the full picture. This is the Body Files. And in this video, we're going to break it down properly. First, let's clear something up. Cholesterol itself isn't the problem. Your body actually needs it. Your liver produces most of the cholesterol in your body because it's essential for things like building your cells, producing hormones, making vitamin D, and helping you digest food. So the issue isn't cholesterol on its own, it's how it's being transported and where it ends up. Cholesterol moves through your bloodstream on particles called lipoproteins. LDL, often called bad cholesterol, carries it from your liver out to your cells. But when LDL levels are too high, it can start to build up in your artery walls. Over time, that can restrict blood flow. HDL, good cholesterol, does the opposite. It helps remove cholesterol from your bloodstream and carry it back to the liver. Higher HDL levels are generally linked to lower cardiovascular risk. And then there are triglycerides, a separate type of fat in your blood that often gets overlooked, but plays a major role. In fact, high triglycerides combined with low HDL is now considered a stronger risk signal than LDL alone. Now, here's where things get interesting. For years, the message has been simple. Eat less fat, and your cholesterol will improve. But that's not the full story. One of the biggest drivers of unhealthy cholesterol levels isn't fat. It's sugar and refined carbohydrates. Foods like white bread, pastries, sugary drinks, anything that spikes your blood sugar quickly. When you eat these regularly, your liver converts that excess sugar into triglycerides and releases more LDL into your bloodstream. At the same time, HDL levels can drop. So you end up with higher triglycerides, lower HDL, and more circulating LDL particles, which is exactly the pattern linked to higher cardiovascular risk. This also explains something a lot of people get wrong. Eggs. For years, eggs were blamed because they contain cholesterol. But for most people, they don't actually raise LDL in a meaningful way. What tends to matter more is the overall diet around them, especially refined carbohydrates. And it's not just food. Chronic stress can raise LDL through hormonal changes. Poor sleep can increase triglycerides and lower HDL. Smoking directly reduces HDL, and even long periods of inactivity can negatively affect your cholesterol profile. The good news is, cholesterol responds well to targeted changes. This is the one most people have never heard of. Berberine. It's a natural compound found in plants like barberry. But what makes it interesting is what the research shows. Multiple clinical studies have found that berberine can reduce LDL cholesterol by 15 to 25%. That's comparable to low-dose statin therapy in some cases. And it doesn't work the same way. It improves how your body handles cholesterol and blood sugar at the same time. It also doesn't deplete CoQ10 and isn't associated with the muscle pain that causes many people to stop statins. It's not a replacement for medication, but it is one of the most evidence-backed options most people have never been told about. Cholesterol isn't the enemy. But the way most people are told to deal with it is incomplete. The real issue is imbalance. Too much LDL, not enough HDL, and triglycerides driven by sugar and refined carbs. The fixes aren't complicated, but most people were never told them. So here's what I want to know. When you were told your cholesterol was high, did anyone ever mention sugar? Or was it always just, eat less fat? Let me know in the comments.